Good morning. I hope that didn't. I hope you didn't pick that up then. Me slamming the door and my husband on his phone. Good morning. Hello, everybody. I hope you're all right. Welcome to Baby Play Monday. Hello. Hi, everybody. Gosh, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. Hi, everyone. I hope you're okay. Good morning. So many names that I recognise. Lovely to. Thank you for your patience with me as I went off to have a baby and some sort of maternity leave. I'm not sure you can call it that, but we are back now and it feels really nice to be back. A little bit manic. I forgot how manic it was getting ready for a live every morning. Good morning. Hello. Hi, Rebecca. Hello. Hi, Lauren and Nicole. I think I missed someone there. I think that was Sam. Was it you, Sam? Good morning, Sam. Hello. Hello. Lots of lovely people. Very welcome. If you're new here, really lovely to have you. So I'm Claire. I run Play Hooray. I am an early years specialist, so sort of know what I'm talking about. Used to be a teacher, teaching children of all very young ages, and now I run Play Hooray. So I used to, back in the day, I used to go live every weekday at 10 a.m. with tea. You'll hear me talking a lot about tea. I used to go live every day at 10 o'clock to share some sort of play activity with you. It might be using bits and pieces around the house, or it might be toys that you've already got that you can play with in new ways and all sorts of things like that. So it's meant to be a nice, quick and easy activity that you can set up at home and you can do with your little one. Mondays are going to be all about baby play. So I'm going to focus on baby play on a Mondays as I do have a baby. So that was what sort of was the reason why I had to stop the lives. I just couldn't commit to going live every day at 10 o'clock with the little one. However, now that we're in some sort of routine, touch wood, at 8 months, I'm hoping I can go live. And yes, so I do ask for your patience, however, because I am a working mum with a baby at home, that there may be days that we get to chat and do our lives. There may be other days where I have to run off and go and grab my baby if he's woken from his nap, or the dog will go, the dog will start barking, my husband will walk in. You know, it's just life, I'm afraid. As I always used to say, I'm no Blue Peter presenter, just doing my best. So I ask for your patience, but actually, to be honest, all those ones in the past, in the good old days, the ones that went wrong, you guys seem to love the best anyway, because I think it just shows that we're all just trying our best, aren't we? We're all winging it, as they say. So yeah, anyway, welcome. It's really lovely to have you here. If you're new, I really hope you're okay. If you're like me and had a baby in lockdown, big hugs, because it's not easy, whether you're a first-time mum or lots and lots of babies, it's just not been easy. It's been a really tricky year. So I hope at some point you manage to get one of those precious minutes with a cup of tea, whether your baby's sleeping or Mr. Tumble is babysitting, that's absolutely fine. And I hope you get a breather to yourself. So yeah, how are you? Is always a lovely thing to hear. So I hope you're okay. This community on here, all the lovely parents who are watching, are here to support each other. It's a very positive and supportive space. So please do reach out if you recognise names, if you see someone with a baby at the same age as yours, please reach out, make friends, because we're all in this together. And of course we've got our Facebook pages as well. Wish I could get a minute to myself with twins. My goodness, Tash, how old are your twins? Do let us know, because there might be another mum on here with twins a similar age who might be able to help you. And that's what it's all about. It's all about making connections and this lovely community group. We are all in it together. So I do hope, Tash, you do get a minute, but hats off to you, because you must be very, very busy. So you're super welcome here. I will always have my tea, 10 months old. So yeah, you are busy, my goodness. I wonder if there's anyone else out there. Let us know how old your babies are. Lovely Ellis. So my friend has tuned in, and her lovely baby, I've not been able to meet him yet because of lockdown. I must admit at the weekend I did get to see some friends who had lockdown babies. Oh my goodness, one of them was 16 months. And it was the first time I got to meet him. So if you have had a baby in lockdown, I really hope you get the opportunity at some point to start seeing friends, to start seeing family members and things, because I know what it's like. It's really tricky. My son's 8 months old, nearly 9. Same here. same as mine, 9 months. He's wild. Oh, they are, aren't they? They're exhausting. They really are. I nanny for twins. They're coming up to 15 months. There we go, my love. Perhaps you guys can try and chat and help each other, and someone else has got a 9-month-old girl, old girl currently asleep. Well, hats off to you. There we go. We've got another lovely mummy with twins who are 9 months old. So there we go. Already, I hope you don't feel like you're alone. There's lots and lots of people out there who are willing, and maybe you can meet up, make a connection online, whatever. It's just handy to know that someone else is going through it. So I really hope you're okay. My daughter is 9 weeks old. I'm still trying to get through the days. Absolutely. 9 weeks old. You're in survival mode. That's what it is. It's survival mode. So yes, getting through the days, looking after you, looking after your baby at that point is essential. Yeah. Really, really tricky. Anyway, I'm really pleased that you're 3 weeks tomorrow. How sweet. I can't even remember Leo being that small. It's ever so strange, isn't it? It goes so quick. Right. So I'm going to have a quick gulp of this. Excuse me. Because what you don't see is when I'm live is between about 9:30 and 10 o'clock, I run around the house like the clappers, trying to get everything ready, get really stressy, really hot. So by the time I actually turn on live, it's time to have a little cup of tea. Lots of people saying it goes so fast. It does. One of the babies was 16 months. Another one of the babies was March, I think she was born. And she was really tiny and cuddly. And I just kept saying, like, I just can't remember Leo at this stage, and he's only 8 months. It's really hard, isn't it, to remember those early days. Anyway, shall we get on with it? I'm going to start the activities, but please do keep chatting. Do let me know how old your baby is, and do make connections with other members of our group. We have got the Facebook page, the Playwithbaby Facebook page, a general community one, and we also have a baby one as well, which is a really lovely place. It's something that I'm super proud of. And it's a very positive, very supportive space where you can go on and say, I am surviving today, anyone else? Or I have twins, I can't find a minute to get a cup of tea. Or do you know what? I'm finding it really tough. I'm finding it tricky. You know, it's raining today. What are we going to do? Everyone is really supportive, not judgmental. You know, if you're saying we've had a day of TV, surely I'm not the only one. There will be lots of other people there to support you. So please do go and join the community group. They will be able to help you out, I'm sure. So. Oh my goodness, that's so lovely to hear. So someone's just said, nearly 5-year-old boy, starting reception in September, and a 7-month-old baby. I have been following you since my eldest was a baby. And it's been an absolute wonderful journey. Thank you. No, thank you, because honestly, otherwise it'd just be me chatting to myself, which I do a lot anyway, but it's been really lovely. And I'm so pleased that you've been on this journey for such a long time. Anyone that's just joined or been with me for years, thank you very much, because yeah, it really is an absolute pleasure. So this morning I'm going to do a little activity with you. It's really simple. Please, anything that I show you, don't feel like, oh, thank you. It's really nice to be back. It really is. Do you know what? So Leo is, oh, you will get used to this. I go out on tangents. I do talk a lot. Leo is 8 months, and it's just in the last month, I feel like my old self. It really is. I've just started to feel like, oh, my old self is back. And some days, not so much. But I do, and I think being able to do these lives again is really nice, because this is what I love doing, about connecting with you and really helping. So yeah, thank you. That's really lovely, and I've missed being here. So this one I'm going to share with you. You might have seen me doing this with Leo. So I made this with Leo when he was, I reckon, about 3 months old. And since then, I haven't changed it. It's still the same. It's what we call a pat mat or a sensory bag or something like that. Whatever its name, it is really handy, because with a lot of these things, hopefully, that I show you that you can make at home, once you've made it, job done, and you can whip it out and get it out any old time, and which is what I do. I have it in our playroom, and I'll add it to a basket every so often, or put it in the drawer and get it out another week. It's just nice to mix it up, isn't it? So if you're looking for something to do, something new to do, this is a really nice one. And you know, Mason, my oldest, is 6.5. He'll still come in and have a good old prod on this. So, okay, it's Baby Play Monday. but our older ones like it as well. And the great thing about these is if you do have an older sibling, get them involved, give them responsibility, help them to choose what's going to go in the sensory bag, help them to make it, because then they take ownership of it, they're really proud of it, and they will absolutely love seeing the baby then interact with it, and they take that sort of ownership of the activity, and they may come up with new suggestions as well. It's really nice. So if you do have older siblings and you're trying to keep older ones with a baby busy, always try and get them involved at actually creating the activity. So when it's nap time, have one-on-one time. When the baby's gone down for a nap, bit of one-on-one time. Like, should we go and make a pat mat for the baby? I'll show you how we do it. You know, you pour the water in, all that sort of stuff. So try and get older ones if you can. It's not always easy, but if you can, and it really can make a difference. Okay, so this is a really simple pat mat, like I said, nice for when your baby is possibly sitting up a little bit more, maybe sitting in a bit of a bumbo seat or the high chair a little bit. You can still do it with little ones, maybe for a bit of tummy time, have the baby laid down. I forgot to have my little baby prop. How daft is that? I forgot my little baby, I'll have to go dig him out somewhere. Have your baby laid down for tummy time, and they can actually be patting on this, which is really nice. Babies love it when they do something and they see an effect. So dropping their food off the high chair. If I drop this, what's going to happen? Splat, it's going on the floor, and they'll keep doing it. So it's that sort of cause and effect. And they really like that when they pat things, it's actually making things move around. So all this is, what I'm using is, this is a silicone food bag, a reusable one. I do include these in our baby packs. I don't know if you've seen, I started selling baby boxes. I include these just because I've used this so much with Leo, and absolutely does not leak. Now, don't worry if you don't have one of these. These are nice because they're very robust. So Leo, you know, he had teeth at 4 months, so I knew he'd be chewing on things, and hasn't been able to rip this one. If you don't have one like this, I do also use these sorts of ones. This is, you can see it's an IKEA one, just a plain IKEA bag. The IKEA ones actually are really good too with no leaks because they have like a double ziplock. So it does double up, so it's normally really good. And then I would also normally add on a little bit of tape as well. These are called pat mats. And this is what we're making for our babies this morning. So I'm going to demo it just in one of these bags. I believe, I've never done it myself. If you want in your bag without a pattern on, I don't know if you can see, this has got a bit of a pattern on it. If you want it completely plain, you can get like an alcohol gel, and it will remove any pattern, any IKEA logos and things like that. You can actually do that, and then obviously give it a good clean before you give it to the baby, because we know that they're going to mouth it, don't we? But yeah, these are really handy. So if you've got some sort of resealable food bag, this works just as well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just adding a little bit of colour water. I think it makes it really interesting. It makes a lovely noise. I don't know if you can hear it. Hang on. Can you hear that lovely sloshing noise? So it's just another sensory experience. Sounds and smell are those sensory experiences that are easily forgotten about. You know, we almost think about the textures the most, but having different sounds to listen to, tuning their ears in, all helps when they're older and doing phonics at school, would you believe it? And it also, it's really nice, it's very visual, they can see it move. So I would actually use, I've just got a little jug of water here. I normally use warm water when I'm making the activity, not to give it to the baby, but warm just helps the paint or food colouring to mix a lot easier. But I poured this out ages ago, so it's gone cold. But yeah, I'd make sure it's cooled down before you give it to your baby. I'm just gonna give it a quick stir. So I've just added a blob of paint there. You could add whatever you want, maybe a bit of food colouring, whatever you've got in the house, or clear is absolutely fine, but the colour does help your baby to be able to focus on it and see it move. So nice and easy, just in one of these bags. I'm just gonna pour some in. It doesn't need to be full to the top. There we go. So I tested this bag, and now I can't work out if I've missed it and it's dripping or it's actually leaking. I think it might actually be leaking. Isn't that typical? It is a very old one, to be honest. Right, in that case, that thing's that. There we go. Always test your bag before you give it to your baby. That's gone well, hasn't it? First baby play and it didn't work. It must be, it is a very old bag to be fair, but I did test it. Anyway, it's pouring out, so let's try it again. I'm going to try it with one of these silicone ones that I've got. Well, it's just the same, but yeah, test your bag. Oh, I do have another little one here. Never mind. Let's pour it in here. Still will work fine. I won't do quite as much. There we go. That's not leaking. That was a good start, wasn't it? See? Definitely not a repeated presenter. So I've got a nice little bit of water, and as you can see, it's all sloshy already. Really nice just on its own, could be really effective. Or you might have some bits and pieces that you might want to add. So in this one, I've got some plastic beads, and it's lovely having, nothing ever goes to plan. It doesn't, does it? Particularly not when you're a parent, my goodness. So these are little plastic beads in here, and what's nice is you can add in things that are too small for your baby normally to play with, because obviously they put it in their mouths. So it's a nice way of using these bags to explore things that wouldn't be safe for them normally to put in their mouths. So in here I have a selection of sequins, might be quite nice, maybe a bit of glitter. I've actually got these old things. Our old neighbour gave us loom bands. Can you remember those back in the day? So we've got loads of these loom bands, and they look quite nice in water. I've got some like nice flowers, some plastic flowers. You might have pom-poms, beads, anything like that. Let's just do a handful of these loom bands for now, because they're nice and bright colours. And if you've got an older child, if you've got a little one that's a little bit older, I've actually grabbed these out. And these are like plastic beads and things with letters and numbers. Really nice. You can actually add those in. Can they find the letters from their name? Can they spell out certain words, particularly when you're at school and they have to start practicing spellings, which can be dull as anything. So you can make it more fun by adding these in. So these are just little plastic beads with letters and things on. So if you've got an older one who wants to join in as well, maybe you can adapt it and make it interesting for them. So now there's a couple of ways you can do this when you seal it. You either seal it flat with no air in it, like I've done for this one, makes it nice and flat, or as you seal it up, you blow it up and you add a load of air in. I'm not sure whether we'll be able to do it necessarily with this one. Let's see. Just trying to seal it and keep the air in. I'm struggling to get the air to stay in. It's hard to seal it while it... No, a little bit came out. So you can actually seal it more like a pillow, which is quite nice. Maybe if you've got some like little plastic fish or something, and then it's more of a pattern, and then it really does slosh around and it's more like a pillow. As you can see, these silicone bags, this is what I was like, that is sealed now. The air and the water is not coming out. And if you've got a little one like mine with teeth and they're pulling on it and doing their best to rip it, it won't rip. If you are using something like this that doesn't leak, I promise you they don't normally, either double bag it or contain it with some add on a strip of sellotape as well. But these IKEA ones are normally pretty good because they've got the two like ziplocs at the top. So there, you can either have it with lots of air in, so they can really squash it about and mix it around, or without the air is quite nice for tummy time and in the high chair. I love this idea, but worry my 13-year-old will bosh it really hard and it will burst. I've had this, honestly, I made this when Leo was 3 months. He's 8 months now, and I have a 6.5-year-old who is desperate for those beads to come out. And honestly, it doesn't. Add some tape. If you're really nervous, add some tape to make sure that it stays shut. Add some tape on, and honestly, it will be fine. And if you are nervous about it, just use water. Don't put any food colouring or painting. Just use water and maybe some nice big things that can float around in it, and that will be fine. And then it's just water that comes out. Okay, so what I would do then, if it's going to be an activity for in the bumbo seat with the tray, or in the high chair, sorry, I'm looking over there because I'm pointing at my high chair, or tummy time, I would maybe have it flat without the air in, and then they can really squash it around and mix it around and have a good old play. And like I said, babies love when they hit something that they see something happen. So they love this because they can see that the water moves around, they can see that the little bits inside are moving around, and they can have a good old play. Lovely for tummy time. Have your baby laid on their front. Whenever you're doing tummy time, if your little one's not a fan of it, instead of putting your baby down on their tummy, start with your baby on the back and then roll them over. It can be a really nice way of doing it. And then they can have a good old pat, and it's something to focus on and forget about the fact that they're on their tummy. So that's a really nice one. So that was so a couple of people just tuned in. That's fine. We're doing pat mats this morning for our babies. I've used a silicone bag. I use these and have these in our play boxes that we sell online. Or if you don't have one like that, just an ordinary food bag would be really great. I don't sell these made up. I sell them so that you can make your own at home. A laminating pouch is just as nice. Yes, yeah, exactly the same. Do a nice big square one. And there you go. And then you can have a good old play. And we've got that one there. And I've done one with beads. You could do it with pom-poms. I've got these lovely flowers from the pound shop. You could pop those in as well. Sequins. And like I said, any older children, maybe use some numbers or letter things and see if they can spell out their names, see if they can put them in order and that sort of thing. So that's it then, guys. A nice, easy activity you can do with your baby. Like I said, this now has been knocking about for 5 months, a good five or 6 months, and we still go to it. Once you find, it doesn't take very long. I've been talking too much. They don't take very long to make, and once it's made, that's it, and you can grab it out all the time, can't you? All right, so I am going to end there. Thank you very much. I am just going to have another slurp of tea. Before you go, I'd really appreciate it if you found it useful today to like and share the video. It does help me to share with lots more parents and help those out. And if you are looking for more activities, we have got our baby play prompts, loads of simple things like this, using things around the house. And then actually, you're the first ones to see this. We have lots of new baby sensory, tummy time, baby scarves and different activities coming out as well. So they are coming very soon, some baby mini packs of play prompts. We've actually got 7 different ones, 7 different varieties that are all due to come out very soon. But these are my sneaky peeks, so don't tell anyone I've showed you those. Right, I'm going to end there. Thank you very much for joining me. I'd love to see if you do get a chance to make some sort of pat mat, whether it's today, this week, next month, whenever you get a chance to do it. I'd love to see a picture. Doesn't have to include your baby, maybe just their hands potted on the mat, or an older sibling helping them to make it. It'd be really lovely to see, so do let me know. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in today, and I am going to be back on Wednesday, and we're going to be doing a workshop all about starting school. So if you have a little one starting school in September, I am going to be starting to talk about every week about the kind of things you can do to help them prepare, because it's a big step. And then on Friday, we have got the play Q&A. See what I did there? Rhymes. We've got the play Q&A where I will be answering questions from the community, and I can help you out. If you're needing support or advice about anything, I can help you out with those, and that will be on Friday. So thank you very much, and I will chat to you soon. Bye guys, happy playing.